All right. So two countries, Cambodia and Thailand. Both of them can produce both goods. Who should produce what? And obviously, like we said before, let's see, my pen. Sorry to switch colors. All right. But let's say this is Cambodia and this is Thailand. And this is handbags. So I'm just gonna put an H here. And not quite an H, a lowercase h. And this is jackets. All right. When I graph it, Cambodia can do 15 handbags. All right. So 15. Again, my handwriting's awful. Or they can do 24 handbags, or they can do 6 jackets. This point here is 6. You connect the 2 points, and that tells you their PPF curve right there. Now, Thailand, on the other hand, if they did nothing but, did I mess up? Yeah, 15 and 6.
3.
Is there an undo here? All right, so that 6 here. This is Cambodia, 15 and 3. So I'm going to.
I think there's a eraser.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. And I'm going to get a blue pen. All right, 3. All right. And Thailand, this number is going to be 24. Oh, this is such a pain. All right, and jackets is 6. All right, how do you solve one of these problems? I'm trying to find out who has a comparative advantage. So with comparative advantage, always want to remember comparative lower opportunity cost advantage.
The easier way that I would do it is just simple division. I would just divide 15 by 3, 24 by 6, and you can kind of tell by the answer which one has the higher opportunity cost.
So here, let's see.
Does that always work?
Yeah, because what you're doing is you're getting the slope of the line, and so this tells you, oops, you've got 15 H's are equal to 3 J's. And so opportunity cost is just asking you, for every single handbag that they make, how many jackets do they give up? So when we're talking about dividing, so if I want to find out how many jackets they're making, I can take both sides and divide it by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5, right? So for every single jacket this country makes, they're giving up 5 handbags. Meaning the time that they make one jacket, they have to give up 5 handbags. So let me ask you this. For every handbag they make, how many jackets are they giving up?
Is it the other way around?
When you say other way around, reciprocal, so what is it? If I got a formula that says J equals 5H, how do I solve for H?
Is it 0.2?
Yep. And how'd you get that?
Because I divided 3 by 15 or 15 by 2.
Yeah, or what you did here. So I've got J equals 5H. To get H by itself, divide both sides by 5. And there's a 1 right here. So then you're basically moving this 5 to the other side. So when you multiply this side by 5, when you divide this side by 5, these two 5s cancel out. You're left with H is equal to 1/5, which is the same thing as 0.2. The only thing I would say about dividing is that it works in one direction, not necessarily the other direction.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, so it's the slope of the line. So make sure if you're doing it that way, you're just dividing numbers, make sure you know what you're talking about. And so you're saying, oh, look, if 15 divided by 3 is 5, that means that for every, it's rise over run. I don't know if you remember that. For every one I go up, I've got to go over 5. All right, so if you can remember that, totally go that way, or you can just write them out and solve for the opportunity cost. All right, how about on this one? What is 1H going to equal?
4.
All right, and so you have 24 H's is equal to 6 J's. You're going to divide both sides by 24, and so I have 6 divided by 24 here.
Oh, not that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why it doesn't work because this way I flipped it up and going in the opposite direction.
0.25.
So here, it's going to be 1/4. Same thing as 0.25. So H is equal to, for every handbag they make, they're giving up 1/4 of a jacket. And then you get the reciprocal of those. For every jacket they make, they're giving up 4 hats. So so I would do it this way because the problem is going to ask you, what's Cambodia's opportunity cost for jackets? And you're going to have to come over here to Cambodia and go, okay, for every jacket they give up, they have to give up 4 handbags. That looks awful. But here I have the 2 opportunity costs. So who should produce what? Who should be producing jackets? Cambodia here or Thailand here? Is this Thailand? 24 and 6? Cambodia or Thailand? Who should be producing jackets?
Thailand.
Thailand.
And why Thailand? Because Thailand has a
Lower opportunity cost.
exactly. And so if Thailand should do jackets, then that means Cambodia should do the handbags. And I just want to make sure. And so that means, and you don't even have to check. I like to do it, check it myself, and go, look, what do I know? Well, 1/5 is definitely less than 1/4. 0.2 is smaller than 0.25. So that's how you check yourself on them. All right. And again, go ahead.
Situation where one, let's just say, country should do both.
What's kind of crazy about comparative advantage? If I run and swim, right? If I'm a better runner than I am a swimmer, I can't be a better swimmer than I am a runner.
Right. Okay.
Think about this like as a mom. I can do everything in this house better than my daughter. Does it mean I should do everything?
Mm-mm.
No, right? She's got a comparative advantage. She's got, little nimble fingers. She does better at, the dishes than I do. All right. So I can wash more dishes than she can, but she has a lower opportunity cost. She's less she does a better job of that than all her jobs. That's her best one. And so you want to focus on your comparative advantage. If you're a math person, you don't want to major in English, right? So that's sort of the idea here. All right. The other problems, 11, 12, and 13, I'm going to leave off. Let's see. When is y'all's exam?
Friday.
This Friday. All right. And y'all just did the homework problems, right?
Yep.
All right. Anybody want to see any of those? Oh, and so if that comparative advantage problem, I didn't do a great job of it, but if you want to, you can go back and watch the video here, and she walks through. All right. What's the question on the, let me get it. Was it a macro question or micro? Well, actually, it doesn't matter. Which homework problem set is it from?
It's like the way that you just described this whole PPF thing.
Uh-huh.
I understood it way better than actually doing it myself. I don't know if the numbers.
No. I think what happens is just talking about it.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
also
mean?
the mindset that you explain, I don't think that way because I'm not an economics person. So.
Oh, yeah. And yeah. No, that's true. And this stuff is like, honestly, it's like studying French. I mean, this is a whole new language. And truthfully, you are never going to walk on the street and someone's going to tell you, hey, what does your PPF curve look like? So it's just a theory, and to me it's everything and to you it's not. I get that.
What?
But I think what I like about the discussions or what I like about these parts or the sessions, when y'all get together and y'all start talking about this stuff together, it starts clicking. So I wish, I got to figure out how to do the online piece like that. And so we talked before about maybe having a true classroom setting where you come in, but it'd be during the day, not at night necessarily. We might have fewer people, but where you could actually work in discussion groups on like those problems that we were just going over. Because the more you talk about this stuff, the more it'll start, clicking. Because when you read the book, it's kind of dry. All right, did anybody have any homework problems they wanted to go over? Because you got the exam Friday. Surely somebody has a homework problem that they didn't get or they wanted to see worked out.
Let's see.
I mean, y'all have, and basically you have, and so the review quizzes, I cannot stress this enough. The exam looks just like the review quizzes. And the review quizzes have tons of feedback on them. So if you started it and it stopped or it timed out on you, let me know, because I think it's really important to get those review quizzes done.
Can we go back on the review questions and check over them, review them again after they're done?
Yeah. What does it show? So can somebody explain how to do that? After I take an exam, how do I go back and look at it again? Do you go through my grades?
Yeah, just click on the grade that you got.
Okay.
And there's feedback in there. So like every single one that you got wrong, there's an explanation. Also, guys, I cannot stress to you enough, and I think I've shown you this before, use Adaptive Test Prep. That's located inside of Apply and MindTap, Cengage, whatever you want to call it. When you go in here, y'all can see my screen still share. It's this A+ down here. And what this does, which I think is awesome, it gives you, when you take a quiz, okay, let me see, when I take a quiz, you can create a new test.
You know there's a way to print those out?
No, I don't. I can't ever, and I've tried to print the book before, and the book prints out one page at a time.
I hate that. Oh my goodness.
Now you can print out your homework sets. I mean, not your homework sets, but you know those review quizzes?
Yeah.
You can print that review quiz out inside of Blackboard. So when you go to the
I
review,
normally test first, and then I do the quiz.
and what I'll do is I'll reset the quizzes so you can take them multiple times if you want. But that adaptive test prep, you know, the one you wanted to print out, those are those questions inside of the review quiz came from that. So she got them out of here, and I'm telling you, if there is a problem in that review that you don't understand, and when I say understand, I want you to understand it like, oh yeah, I see the number's 4, and I get it, but I want you to be able to understand why the number is 4. If you don't understand why it's number 4, then we need to get on the phone and figure it out or email me.
Yeah, it's like me personally want to understand this stuff. Like, I don't have to go and look up no formulas or try to go back through homework. It's just like, as soon as you put it out there, bam, I already know it. It's like, I'm not there.
Well, no. And we're only in the second week of class too. And I don't want, and the good news is if you hit that, the math and graphing, you already had that due, right? That was due this weekend?
Which one?
Math and graphing?
Yeah, that.
All right. That counts as a test grade. So hopefully you all did well on that. I think I've stressed that to ad nauseum, that is a test grade. This one is going to come through. But again, even my class that meets every single day, we meet Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. The average was a 68. And it's usually because people don't go with their gut. They like second guess themselves. I mean, I did have 190 in the class, but in all fairness, she had already taken my macro before.
Oh, so she's already.
And so she's already done this material one time. Right? So when I'd say the average was a 68, I didn't even include her in that. I actually took her out and just looked at my people who hadn't taken the class yet. And the highest grade I think was an 80. And the lowest was a 57. So I was just glad there weren't any 30s, to be honest with you. So the good news is we're going to have exam 1. You're going to have, it's only 10% of your grade. Right? So it's not going to make or break you.
Is there anything through Blackboard that you posted already for reviewing?
Oh yeah. So in here, if you go back through and you go to course content. All right. Inside of here, kind of towards the bottom, there's the checklist. All right. And then there's this is crazy. Then there's a study guide. And then there are those discussion questions we were going over.
Oh, okay. I see them.
So the checklist, I don't know how much I'd really care about the checklist, to be honest with you. Because if you look at it, it's every damn thing.
Yeah, it's just like,
yeah, it's the book. Yeah, it is. But I would pay attention to the review quizzes. Now, the study guide is sort of like, it just kind of lets you know all the resources you have. So this is 11 pages. And it's kind of, you know, what's the difference between macro and micro? These are some of the discussion questions. What's cerebus paribus mean? But again, these are questions that you're writing out. The review quizzes are multiple choice. So, you know, if I was going to spend my time on anything, I would spend it on the review quizzes and the adaptive test prep.
And you said, according to the syllabus, I mean, it's so much. Forgive me if I'm asking
No, go
something
ahead.
filled out. But with the test, are they going to be multiple choice?
Yep. So the test, you've got 1 hour and I think 1 hour. It's timed and and you have 30 questions. So make sure that you have your scrap page available. I cannot stress this enough. On these problems, draw every single problem out. If it says the PPF shifted to the right, draw a PPF curve, shift it to the right. If it says that the supply increased, draw a supply and demand curve, shift the supply to the right. And again, y'all got to watch Dr. K's videos. I cannot stress to you how important those are. And when you're watching them, take notes on them. And then here, the key to this stuff is to practice, 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 and then practice again. Because when I'm just talking about it over and over again, it's not going to sit in. So you actually like get in there and touch it. So what we'll do, let's see, if you don't mind, let's see, we'll probably, y'all have exams, the exam opens on Thursday. Am I taking the exam on Thursday?
I'm taking it Friday.
Friday?
No.
Okay, so what we'll do, I'll do another study session on Thursday. If you can, go in here to the discussion piece here, and I'll do the second part of them. So we covered everything up to here. I think I'll start on number 11 and then work through 20. All right, does that make sense?
I take your class like fully online, and there is like, I want to say there's about 6 of us that did a group me chat just to kind of keep up with, you know, like questions or, you know, reminders for assignments that are going to be due. And it's really helped. We actually wanted to do like a Skype study session like for Thursday, because that was a day that everyone would be able to get together.
Okay, so, I'll send out the Zoom thing, and that way you can, you want to use the Zoom?
Right. I would advise them, you know, to use the Zoom, because it, you know, you're there to kind of explain everything whenever there's misunderstandings.
Okay, what time are y'all doing it? Do you know yet?
I think we decided at 8.
8? Okay, so, all right, can you do me a favor, shoot me an email, and then I'll create the Zoom session?
Okay.
And then if anybody has any questions that they want to, or problems, they, you know, go back and look at the homeworks. See if there's any homework that you missed and you don't know why you missed it. And then let's try to cover that in there too, if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right, anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, Renee, I have a question. This is Andrea. You said that you have classes that meet Monday through Thursday.
You are more than welcome to come Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 9:45 in the Shea Building, room 112.
Okay.
And then you, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. We also have for this class, we have a guy named Thomas Caney, who is the supplemental instructor. And he's basically the TA. And he has office hours too. And if you go into, I believe his information is posted down at the bottom here, supplemental instructor information. And he has time every single day. Like he has an hour of time. So he does Monday and Wednesday 10 to 11, Tuesday 2:30 to 3:30, and he does Friday 5 to 6, which I like. And he's getting a lot of people in there too.
Can he do Zoom too or no?
No, he won't do Zoom. We've tried that one.
Do we, for this Zoom session, do we have to sign in anywhere?
No. What I did ask was that everybody send me there in the chat your first name, your last name, and your CRN. I
don't know where to go for that chat.
Yeah,
where do I go?
Can you see my screen? Do you see my chat button up here? On it over to the far. Can you see that thing all the way to the far right?
I'm through my phone, so that's why I've been.
No problem.
It's a little confusing.
Oh yeah.
Talking,
I'm
I knew
so
a little
sorry.
bit what y'all were talking.
Oh yeah, no. Just send me an email.
Okay, I will.
Sorry about that. I forgot there.
No, I was like a little confused, but
I know, because here I am, like, especially when I'm like, well, you know what? I'm recording it too, so I'll send the thing out there if you want to go back and watch a problem worked out. But honestly, what I worked out, Dr. K works out in her video, and her video is much clearer. So use that.
Okay.
Sorry. All right, anybody else? Any other questions?
Renee, you said 8:30 to 9:45?
8:30. Yep, 8:30 in the morning to 9:45. And then if anybody, my phone number is 337-371-5809. It's on the syllabus. If anybody comes and tries to show up, we're in room 112 if you need help finding us. And then Thomas has his session. We get out at 9:45, and then we normally, he starts from 10 to 11 on kind of going over it again, which is kind of crazy, but because that class, again, they only meet for 8 weeks. So it's very, very quick. And so we're already, way past everybody else.
So for this class, Renee, the one that's meeting from 8:30 to 9:45, what will you be covering tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, and that wouldn't even help you. It'd be unemployment.
Okay.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I wish I had known that we could come because I would have been there.
Yeah, and now we're actually like really taking off because we're going to be doing unemployment and inflation. But you can still do Thomas's Monday, Wednesday, 10 to 11.
Okay.
And that still might be helpful. And I don't have another class. So if you come, let's say on Monday, and then because I have office hours too.
Okay.
I have office hours from 8 to 8:30, and then from I think 10 to 11 on Mondays and Wednesdays. Because I have another class at 12.
Okay.
So I'm still sitting there too. But yeah, I guess I forgot about that. But still, if you ever come to one of the classes and you need something worked out, I mean, I can definitely do it afterwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
I've got a whole hour afterwards, after class too. I've just been kind of hanging out with them because no one comes to my office hours.
Okay.
And I can also do, guys, if y'all need it, I can do a Skype session. If anybody ever has a question about something, I can do them practically any time. I just wouldn't have a camera. Well, yeah, I'll figure it out. Just send me an invite.
Yeah, I think honestly, Renee, I spoke with you earlier, and I think that maybe last semester there wasn't a lot of interest, but it seems from what I can tell, there's a lot of interest in having for our online people sessions like this.
There are 6 people. I have 154.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
I'm like,
I think there is an interest. Well,
I'm missing The Bachelor right now. So all I'm thinking to myself is 6 people show up, like.
Right.
You know what? There will be a lot more, but you know what? The way I feel is like if I do this, people will come. But I do like the idea of doing the daytime session.
Yeah.
Because I'll knock this one out and do the daytime, and then I can watch The Bachelor on Monday nights. So yeah, but guys, don't forget, you can also like reach out to any of us, Dr. K, Thomas, or myself. Like, honestly, I think we're all great about responding to email when it is a question like this. Not so quick when it's a question about like resetting something, but if it's a question about like subject material, we're all pretty quick on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anybody else? Any other questions?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned you were gonna fix the review quizzes or the quizzes where it doesn't kind of give us a one-time only kind of thing.
Yeah, you want me to just reset them so that you can go back into them and take them again?
That would be great.
All right, I can do that. But basically, they're use adaptive test prep though, because then if you got a problem wrong, it'll show it to you over again.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else? Anything else? And of course, that's one of those things I'm not going to be quick about. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. It'll get done like when I get in front of a PC.
No, you're fine.
All right. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a good night. Make sure that you have emailed me your name, first, last, and CRN number.
And Renea,
gotcha.
about the tutoring stuff that I talked with you about.
Yeah, and so that's what Andrea was talking about, like maybe doing something during the middle of the day. And I think we said 10 to 2. Can anybody else on the call do anything during the day? What is everybody's schedule? I've got 2 other people who said they wanted to do it, and I just sent them an email after I saw yours this morning, asking them what time works for them.
Anything after 6.
See, we got the Monday nights work for you.
Yeah.
Monday nights.
And
then we also have the Saturdays. All right, so we have the Mondays we have the Mondays, the Saturdays, and then let's see.
Why don't we do like a Wednesday during the day?
Well, I was gonna say the Wednesday at 10 to 11. Well, okay. Like 10, maybe 10:30 to 11:30. I just had to find a computer at UHD and a room. So as of now, Wednesday is a maybe, but we'll definitely do Thursday night. And who is oh gosh, is somebody going to email me the info about Thursday night? What time again? Sorry.
I'm going to get with the group chat in a second when I get off, and I'll ask them what they want to do, if they want us to, because if there's not going to be a lot of people, it's not really convenient for you either.
No, but I'll still set it up. I was going to do something Thursday night anyway.
Okay. So
I normally do one the night before the exam anyway.
So should I just tell them to email you or get their emails or phone numbers tell them and send them to you?
Yes. Well, hold on. Can I invite everybody again?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. If you don't mind me inviting everybody, I'll send it out via the same way I sent this one out.
Can you put the time on there this time? Because we didn't really know what time it was. We didn't know if it was a standing.
Yes, I didn't know either.
Hold on. Is that the one that went today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because the office hours are not in Blackboard.
So hold on, what are office hours? So when I go to announcements, so you just get like some random email that says come meet me.
Right.
All right, and I noticed that people were logging into it over the weekend too. You know what? And I think that's because I started at a certain time, but I don't close it. So if you go back to like the one from the other day, I still leave them open. I don't know why I do that. I just don't want. I want somebody to always be able to log in.
I had a question because we were talking on the group chat and they were saying that these are a grade. So I was kind of confused on like the Zoom sessions attendance wise. It was part of like attendance.
It kind of is. That's why but it's such a small percent. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And usually the way I do it, let's say I have 20 of these in a semester. If someone shows up for 5, I give them full participation credit. I want to basically be able to have talked to at least everybody in the class at least 5 times.
Right.
Which is hardly anything.
Okay, because I missed both of the first ones, but only because so I guess I'm gonna start attending them now for sure.
just another 2. But no, you're totally fine. So the participation grades, and I'm an easy grader, generally speaking. But so the participation one, it's just I'm looking for contact. So it's either, hey, I came to a Zoom session, or hey, Renee, I did these discussion board questions. The ones I showed you in the material. Like what was it? The course content. Those questions that we were doing earlier today. These. Somebody, like, I give credit for these. So if somebody misses a Zoom session, it's like, okay, but number 20, here's my work for it, and I didn't get it right. Can we go over it? Or if we have like a one-on-one, I count that as your and emails too. Like if you email me, I didn't get something, I count that as a Zoom session. I'm just basically looking for 5 points of contact in a 10-week period, which is not a lot.
Right.
Right. But I don't expect you to jump on every single Zoom session.
Okay.
Renee, I like it. But,
Renee, did you get the information in the group chat?
Hold on. Did you just email it?
No, I mean I sent it everyone's been putting it in the group chat. We can't tell if you got it.
Oh yes. Oh well, hold on. Yeah, I just haven't opened it. Can y'all see that when I open? Because I saw some messages in there, but hold on. Can y'all see it when I open my group chat? Well, I don't know where it went. I know I have something in there. All right, so on my Zoom session, though, it says that this thing opens at 8. It starts at 8 and ends at 9. And y'all just got something that said,
"Yeah, come meet you." Like it was like,
like here I am sitting here. Okay. All right.
So I guess just put it in the body of the actual meeting.
Yes.
That way to be clear.
Do you have to accept it?
No. It just comes in as a message.
Got you. Okay. All right, I was wondering how it shows up on my calendar. And does it show up in the calendar on can somebody look and tell me, does it show up in the calendar inside the class? Because I did the last one as a recurring Monday night meeting and a recurring Saturday meeting. So on my end, is there a calendar?
I think if you go to your main page.
It's not on there.
Blackboard page.
Oh, the big thing.
Like hit the courses and information. Yeah, hit that, and then you'll see calendar on your left.
All right. Oh, I think I went too far
Under
out.
tools. Under tools.
All right. Hold on. I gotta get back in.
No. To the left. To the left.
Under tools over here. Oh, okay.
Oh, no. You got to back out. Go back. Yeah, go back to go to the top. Scroll up. Hit your courses and information again.
Course information?
No. Courses and information.
Right,
yeah. Yeah, hit that. And then go to the left and look under tools. And there's calendar.
Oh, Lord.
Right under announcements.
Announcements. Oh, there it is.
Tools, announcements, calendar.
Tools, announcements, calendar.
Announcements, calendar, yeah.
All right,
but this is going to be for all of your classes, but you can look and see what's posted.
All right, so this would just be, these would be assignment dates?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it comes in through.
Oh, okay.
It's just an announcement that comes in, so I don't think it comes in through the calendar.
All right, I'll also see if I can find if we have Collaborate, Blackboard Collaborate, because that way it would show up on your calendar. It would send you a reminder. All right, so I'll ask IT about that one. All right, anybody else, any other questions about any of the problems or anything worked out?
Can I stay on with you?
Yeah, go ahead. You know I'm missing the Bachelor, right?
It won't be long.
Okay, you're fine. Which one did you want to see worked out?
Let's see.
I know you were looking for it.
No, it's not so much.
Chapter 3?
It's not for a problem to be worked out. I'm just trying to set a schedule up with you versus what I discussed with you over the email.
All right. Hold on, let me go. I'm thinking Wednesday at 10:30. So let's definitely do this Wednesday at 10:30. And then I'll do another Thursday night session too.
Renee, can you add me to the Wednesday session? This is Andrea.
I'll send it out. We'll do Wednesday at 10:30. And it may not, it's a maybe because I have to make sure that they have, I don't know if the computers there have Zoom. And what's crazy is my laptop does not work on campus. I can't seem to get Wi-Fi there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for some reason they won't connect. And my desktop doesn't have a camera.
Oh,
and
wow.
I don't have administrative rights to download Zoom on there. So that's why I do the sessions at night or on Saturdays. That was our problem last session. But I'm sure if I tell them what I want to do, somebody will find me. I'm gonna email Dr. K, and somebody will find something. They're usually pretty good about that. Maybe there's a classroom or something that actually. It'd be great if I had a classroom though, with a whiteboard.
Oh, so you can.
Yeah, so if you have a problem, I can actually with a real whiteboard, like me standing there drawing it out.
Yeah, versus that thing.
Yeah, more than me sitting here with my finger on a mouse pad, and a laptop. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll send back. So everybody email me. I'll email everybody. So if you send me your CRN numbers, I'll put in something for asking them to find me a room for Wednesday at 10:30 to walk through the problems again. And we'll start on whatever that was. I think it's number 11. So make sure you've looked at that. Also go back, look at the homework problems. And guys, I can't stress this enough. Watch Dr. K's videos. Because trust me, when me talking to you right now, you won't remember any of this when it comes to the exam.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, and if you need me to play the videos on Wednesdays, you know what I mean? I'm perfectly fine with that too. And then we can talk about the videos afterwards. All right, guys, if you have not sent me a CRN, please do. Everybody have a good night.
Thank
you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.